بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا Muhammad وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Everyone out there in the universe, thank you so much for joining us today for this wonderful fundraising event, inshallah. We are going to begin very shortly. We're just giving some time for people that are a little bit late. You know, Muslim events, unfortunately, people still come late, even to virtual events. I don't know how, but we do want to begin very shortly, inshallah. If you are watching now, can I get you to just comment in the chat box? If you're watching on one of our several different platforms, if you're watching either through YouTube or Facebook or the Zoom chat itself, just give a salam in the chat box so everyone can know you're here. And if you have any friends or family that should be joining and you feel could benefit from today, then make sure, inshallah, you send them this link as well. We want as many people as possible to benefit from today's program, because today's program is not about us, it's about the future, it's about our youth, it's about the kids who will be benefiting from the wonderful work that Sound Vision has been doing for 30 plus years. So we want to continue that legacy today, inshallah, with this wonderful event, which is going to be bringing together people from all walks of life, from education to entertainment, and people like myself who are here to help facilitate, getting everyone on board with ensuring that programs like Adam's World that many of you grew up on will continue for many, many years to come, inshallah. So we are going to be beginning very shortly. And when we do, inshallah, before we do, I make a request again. If you have a link, share it on your social media, let your friends and family know, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it wherever you can, inshallah, so people know that we're going to be beginning very shortly. We actually are going to start with a Kahoot game. So if any of you out there are big fans of Kahoot, then I would suggest you get your digital device ready. I'm assuming you probably need a phone of some sort, so you can actually participate in the Kahoot game. And this is a fun way to kind of get the ball rolling, a little bit of an icebreaker. And we'll actually be playing two Kahoot games today. So the second Kahoot game, there'll actually be a prize. It'll be a $50 Amazon gift card. So if you actually are able to win that game, there's some big bucks involved. All right. So make sure, inshallah, have your Kahoot ready. It's Kahoot, KAHOOT.it. So KAHOOT.it. You can play on your phone. You can play on, on a separate browser or wherever, depending on what you're looking at. And we can, inshallah, begin with that very shortly. Otherwise, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of the people who've been working behind the scenes. Believe it or not, this is a big project for us. We have many team members who have been working countless hours to ensure that we can help facilitate this, because we care so much about the future. I remember my first time appearing on Adam's World. I didn't really know what it was, to be honest. I hadn't had much experience with Adam's World growing up myself. But when I did get a chance to go on, my children, and first of all, my wife actually did grow up on Adam's World. And my children, when they saw me on Adam's World, they thought I was the coolest person in the world. Can you imagine everything I had done, anything I'd ever accomplished up until that point, to my children was completely meaningless. But being on Adam's World and being able to speak with him on camera was pretty much the highlight of my career. So that tells you a little bit of the impact Adam's World has on the youth of today and the youth of tomorrow as well, inshallah. We have wonderful guests. We have Baba Ali, who's a good friend of mine, a comedian, world-class comedian, who's going to be joining us as well. We have Inas Abu Sheikha, who's a storyteller, who has been doing wonderful work in the Adam's World Club program. We have also Habib Qadri, who's an educator, a world-class and an award-winning educator, I should say, who's going to be sharing some insight into the importance of investing in the future of our youth. And as well, our founder of Sound Vision, Imam Abdul Malik Mujahid, is going to be joining us as well a bit later, inshallah. So without further ado, maybe we can start off with the Kahoot game. If I can get some, and by the way, because I'm speaking to myself in a room, I'm going to be needing some crowd participation. Okay, I'm going to be needing you guys to give me some juice, inshallah. So if I ask for some participation, I'm going to need people to at least be commenting in the box here, letting me know that, at least my camera's on, I'm working, you can see me. So if you're ready, can I get you in the chat box to say, we want Kahoot? I want you in the chat box to write, we want Kahoot. If I see a few people ready, then we'll start the game, inshallah. Oh, here we go. Allahu Akbar. Oh, we're getting spam now. MashaAllah. Okay. I think that means we need to start our Kahoot game because people out there are excited to begin. So if I can invite Sister Nargis on the call, she's going to help us facilitate this wonderful Kahoot game. And I'll be there as well, inshallah. I just was introduced to Kahoot quite recently, to be honest. Again, it looks like I'm a late bloomer. I joined things quite late. But Kahoot apparently is quite the the popular thing around here. So if we can invite Sister Nargis to join us, and she can help us with the Kahoot game, then we can get you prepped, because like I said, we have two Kahoot games today. The first one is going to be here just for fun, okay? And the second one is going to be later on in the program, but there's going to be prizes attached to it. So if you want, you can go to the URL kahoot.it. If you see in the chat box here, some people have actually they've actually put the URL there. Kahoot.it gets you access to the Kahoot website, and then we'll give you the code and access for how to play. Will the app work? The Kahoot app will work. Yes, if you have the Kahoot app, you can use it. And so we'll begin with that. Is Sister Nargis around? Otherwise, I can try and facilitate it on my end. Let me see. I'm ready to go. So if we can start the game, inshallah. The game. What is the game pin? Yes, this is what we're gonna figure out right now, inshallah. Sister Nargis or anyone else who's ready, inshallah, we can start the game. The game will be played, like I said, 2 rounds. The first version of the game will be a little bit of introductory to sound vision, so the games will be a little bit lighter. It won't be as much pressure, inshallah. And the second game, which will be played in the latter half of the program, will actually be a bit more intensive. So there'll be better questions, harder questions, and there'll be 3 prizes for first, second, and third. So $50 gift card to Amazon for the first, and 2 $25 gift cards to second and third. So if we can, okay, yeah, give her a second. She might be looking for the pin. Or here, game pin. Are you guys ready? It's in the chat box. If you see the game pin, it's 361135 Okay, 361135 That is the pin. So if you are on Kahoot as of yet, inshallah, you can see the game will be coming up very soon. And I believe we're going to be starting very soon as well, inshallah. Okay, so we have people already lined up. We have people ready to go. So, oh, here we go. Everyone's ready. Okay, so why don't we just go ahead? We'll start the game. I'm going to give people a few more minutes to just, not a few more minutes, literally a few more seconds to log in to the game, because the game moves quick. So whether we join or without us, the game will start. Inshallah. Can we have the game actually shared on my screen? I can't see the game. I see it's being sent online. I see it's being sent to the Facebook. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get this party started. You ready? So let's go ahead and start the game. So this is our Sound Vision warm-up game. So everybody get your phones ready. First question. Believing in shaitan is part of the 6 categories of Iman. True or false? I hope some of you know this one. This is important here. All right. Believing in shaitan is part of the 6 categories of Iman. We got 32 answers so far. I think looks like we got a lot of people playing. Okay, answer is false. All right, so here's our first round. Let's see now. Let's keep it going. Let's see if we can keep up the enthusiasm. Question number 2. How long has Adam the puppet been around? Adam, he looks like he's young, but mashallah, he's an old man. How long has Adam the puppet been around? Let's see your answers. 5 seconds left. You got to get them in quick. Part of the game actually is the speed, not just the right answer, but how quickly you get it. 35 and under. Allahu Akbar. So he's not a senior citizen yet. No problem, inshallah. Okay, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next question. The Kaaba was originally a rectangle. True or false? I don't know. That would be a very long tawaf if it was, right? Maybe some of you have been to Mecca, you've been to Umrah or Hajj, you've seen the Kaaba. Do you see remnants of it once being a rectangle? True or false? True. Oh, there you go. That might have confused some of you. I know it confused me. I didn't know that. Okay, let's go to the next question. Serena actually is in the lead now. MashaAllah. Let's go to the next one. Islam is the most blank. Is the blank most practiced religion in the world? What number? First, second, third, or fourth? Most practiced religion in the world. Let's see what you guys think. I know it's top three at least, right? So let's see. It's the second. Oh, we got to get back on the Dawah stream. Looks like we aren't doing much. We're doing enough in Dawah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's go ahead. We have Serena still in the lead. Okay, somebody's got some fast fingers, mashallah. They can put in those questions real fast. Put in the answers very fast. He is a prophet of Allah. Bilal, Idris, Dhul Qarnayn, Khidr. So he is a prophet of Allah. Now this might be a trick question. I don't want to give the answer away, but it might be a trick question. You got to think about it. What do you think? Who is a prophet of Allah? The answer is Idris. Allah. Some people say Khidr was also a prophet of Allah, but it's not confirmed. Serena's still in the lead. She hasn't let it go yet once, mashallah. Okay, let's go to the next question. The first person to call out adhan was, you have Ali radiallahu anhu, Umar, Uthman, and Bilal radiallahu anhum. Let's see, what do you guys think? I like that. People are just answering in the chat box. Don't worry, inshallah. Wherever you get the answers, we'll take them. Okay, the first person to call the adhan, everyone should know this, was Bilal, right? That's pretty basic trivia right there. So we're now still, wow, Serena is, mashallah, superstar. Okay, what is the height of a basketball hoop in feet? Now, I used to be able to dunk on those Fisher Price nets, but this isn't the same thing. This ain't the same game here. So what is the actual height of a basketball hoop in feet? Let's see, what do you think? 10 feet, yes. 10 feet tall. If anyone of you can dunk out there, maybe we'll have a special prize for you as well. But not dunk donuts, I mean dunk a basketball. Question number 8. Which Disney movie are we boycotting right now? Okay, which Disney movie has been receiving a lot of criticism and feedback? Negative publicity, you could say. Aladdin, Mulan, Avengers, Lion King. Aladdin's a bit old. We probably should have boycotted Aladdin as well, to be honest. Mulan, yes. Someone said Avengers. Yeah, maybe you're not a big fan of the Hulk. I'm not sure. Let's see who's in the lead. Okay, Sufyan Sheikh is making a comeback. Maryam is already up there, and Serena is still in the lead. Allahu Akbar. Who is the host for today's event? Whoa, this is serious now. If you don't get this, I'm going to be very offended. Astaghfirullah. I hope you out there know this, okay? I'm going to take this as a personal attack against my good name if people don't know this. All of them? No, who's the host for today's event? Allah. But they spelled my name wrong, so we're going to take off 1 point. No, I'm just kidding. Serena, Maryam, Umna, Yumna, Kamal. Serena must have the inside scoop, or she has some super fast internet. I don't know how she's getting it so fast. What does Winnie the Pooh love to eat? Winnie the Pooh loves to eat acorns, piglets, astaghfirullah, bear food, or honey. Winnie the Pooh, what does he love to eat? Piglet? I don't know. I thought he was a vegetarian. Acorns, bear food, or honey? Which one does Winnie the Pooh love to eat, everyone? Yes, honey, of course. Some of you really wrote Piglet. Wow. Isn't Piglet his friend? Piglet's a little guy who hangs around him. All right. Serena still, I don't know if someone can catch up to Serena because it seems like she's on fire right now. In which country is the tallest building of the world? So that kind of picture gives it away. But which country is that building in? Is it in Malaysia, America, Dubai or the UAE? Now, again, this might be a trick question. You got to read the answers correctly because Dubai is not a country. Come on. Dubai, everyone wrote Dubai. Dubai is a city in the UAE. Okay? Whoa, it looks like Serena might have got tricked with that one because she has lost the lead now to Humna and Yumna, who have both gone up dramatically, leaving her in the dust. Now, here's the last question. Justice for All is a Sound Vision advocacy project, a United Nations program, a Canadian company for justice, a World Justice Organization. We could have also said a member of the Justice League, just to round it off. Which one is it? For all the marbles, the winner, a Sound Vision advocacy project, and that means that our winner for today's podium, in third place we have Medium with 9,185. We have Yumna with 9,656, and in first place we have Humna. Allahu Akbar. Humna, Kamal, and Serena. I feel sorry for Serena. She was up there the entire time. Congratulations to our winners. You, unfortunately, this round did not win anything. Okay, this round was just for fun, as I said. We will have an additional round later on, so you have to stick around to the end of the event. During that round, we will have prizes. So there will be 3 prizes: $50 gift card to Amazon for the first place prize, and 25 for second and third. So you gotta stick around. The trick is you gotta stick around to the end in order to be eligible. Okay? So thank you very much for participating in that. I feel like you're all ready to go now. Everybody's warmed up. We all are here. Congratulations to all the winners, inshallah. Make sure you stick around and try your luck again at the very end, okay? So first off, to kind of get this program started, I want to introduce one of our good friends to this program. He's someone who we spoke about actually during the Kahoot game. He's I think one of the longest standing members of Sound Vision. He's been working here the longest. For a guy his age, mashallah, tabarakallah, he does not age. Okay, you would not know how old he is by looking at him. That's how good his skincare regimen is, or I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing a very great job at it. Adam has actually made a special video for us. Adam and his sister Anissa, for those of you who don't know, are the wonderful puppets that have been educating kids for over 30 years. So without further ado, inshallah, I would like to invite Adam to share his message of hope and inspiration to everyone out there watching now, inshallah. So can we get Adam to join us, inshallah, to share his...
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Adam. You remember me? I appeared in so many episodes that Sound Vision has put on the market. No matter what Hey, what's happening? Hey, oh, sorry. Lockdown is what it is. Well, continuing here. In this lockdown, Sound Vision never stops thinking about you, the viewer. We'll have to get back into production again, online and inline. Everybody in their own space, even me. Although I'm stuck with Lanisa.
Salam! Salam! Salam!
I know, you were shocked too. Well, let me continue. This is what I was going to say. Salam! 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 Cut! Finally, I get my own screen time again. Thank God. And so we invested in new equipment to bring you even better production with new songs and new singers and animations. Well, here are a few clips. And Sound Vision has brought all this into your home, making Islamic values and teachings easy. And if you know me, Adam, a multi-talented actor, Well, sometimes I'm an actor and the reporter and the... Oh, that's enough. Let's move on to the next section. Well, you can watch these new episodes on our new app at www.adamsworldapp.com. We have previews happening every day on Muslim Network TV. Sound Vision has been serving generations, moving and changing with the times. We are all faithfully connected. That is a huge blessing. Your donation helps keep these programs available now and into the future. We take this job of helping tomorrow's Muslims today seriously, and you should too. Today, we need your help. Children absorb and learn from everything they encounter. Make that wholesome, positive, grounded in our faith. Together, we can accomplish our goal of raising better Muslims, better neighbors, and better citizens. Please donate generously. It's an investment in our future. But to finish, let me tell you, there are new scripts of my new mission. And it is something that I enjoy talking about. My new mission is space. Houston, we do not have a problem. Salam. See you soon.
Okay, so for those of you who weren't able to see that video, I do apologize. We did have some technical difficulties there. The video is streaming through Facebook, but unfortunately we didn't get it working here through the Zoom chat. That's fine, inshallah. I'll give you the synopsis, okay? So Adam is a wonderful, puppet who's been doing the work of educating Muslim youth now for years. And part of his goal is to help enlighten our youth and give them the tools needed to navigate in the world outside today. And in the video, he was just talking about the support that goes towards helping the people out there. And that's part of what we're asking for here today is going to be immense, especially moving forward in this new world where so much of our education, so much of our schooling right now is being done online. Sound Vision actually has pioneered this field. Sound Vision has already been, teaching children online for the last few months. Two of our programs have been attended, solid for the last 6 months or so. Sorry, you have Colors of Islam, which we'll hear from one of the teachers very shortly. And you also have the Adams World Club, two programs that uniquely provide content daily to youth from all around the world. And it's super important now, considering, in many parts of the world, it looks like there will be a COVID wave 2. If it hasn't already happened, it is happening. And so that will mean that there will be much more emphasis placed on online education once again. You also had the Sound Vision summer camp sessions. So even during the summer, there was a lot of work being done to keep our kids educated, keep them entertained, keep them enjoying their times at home. Then you have the Adams World app. So in the past, many of you, I'm sure, your VCRs are filled with Adams World VHS. How many of you even remember what a VHS is? Can you, if you've actually had a VHS, can you actually type in the box? I want to see how many old people are around that remember what a VHS actually even is. VHS is an old school form of communication. So with that being said, inshallah, I want to just tell everyone out here that we're looking for support. Today, inshallah, we are hoping to raise $50,000. Now, that number is not a lot when you consider the amount of work the Sound Vision team is putting into creating the Adam's World app, continually providing new Adam's World episodes. That means we have to, Adam has to get paid as well. We got to make sure that Adam is able to have a comfortable life. We got to write scripts. We have to actually record, edit, distribution. You're talking about now the online programming, the amount of time and effort it takes for our staff to prepare those, deliver those. So the calculation of the formula we put together is that for $100, you can help support the education of minimally 3 children per month. So for $100, you can help support the education, subsidize the education. The work that we've already been doing for free for many years, we can help do that in the past, inshallah. So what I'm asking everyone to do is to look at that scroll, if you can see it underneath, the scroll that gives you the information as to how to donate. So you'll see that you can donate through calling in. You can donate through giving.soundvision.com, okay, giving.soundvision.com, as well accounts@soundvision.com. And if you pay by Zelle, which as a Canadian, I actually have no idea what that is, okay? But you can also do so by donating at info@soundvision.com. You can also call a toll-free 1-800 number. That will be on the ticker as well. But everyone, please, inshallah, I want you to give something. Okay, you don't have to give thousands, you don't have to give millions, but everyone has to do something, because the kids that are out there benefiting right now, if we don't continue this work, who knows where they might end up? Who knows what their parents might be forced to put on for them, and the things they might see and the way they might change because of it. We want to be that filter. We want to be that thing that helps give kids the education, Islamic education and entertainment that keeps them fun, keeps things light, keeps them enjoying the things they're watching, but at the same time providing a safe haven for them to grow and learn through the wonderful program that we're offering here today. So I want to actually give you a bit of insight, show you a little bit behind the scenes footage, because of those of you who have children who have been attending the Colors of Islam program or the Adam's World Club program, you've already known. The parents that are watching, they already know the wonderful work that's being done. But for those of you who haven't seen what an actual class looks like, I want to play for you a clip, a short clip from one of our teachers, Inas Abu Sheikha, who is a wonderful storyteller, does storytelling actually on her own in French, English, and Arabic, and we're so honored and fortunate to have her as one of the core teachers. There are several, but she is one of the teachers as well that teaches through the Adam's World Club program. So I want to show you a clip from her class, so you can get an idea of the type of quality we're talking about here. This isn't just your regular weekend madrasa. This is high volume, high excitement, high energy, a lot of really fun things she's doing with these kids. So can we get that to play, inshallah? And then we'll speak with her actually afterwards and find out a little bit more about what makes her program so special. Let's play that Inas clip so we can afterwards speak with her and find out how we can help support this wonderful cause, inshallah. So we're going to play that clip of Inas in her classroom very shortly. And for those of you who haven't signed up yet, make sure you also go to the Sound Vision website, soundvision.com, and get more insight into the times of the different classes, how you can sign up, and how you can get involved as well, inshallah. Let's play that.
Ismail was a baby. He was a baby. And they ran out of food and drink and she didn't know what to do. So she put her son Ismail here and kept going from one mountain called the Safa to another mountain called Al Marwa. From a Safa to Al Marwa, from a Safa to Al Marwa. She kept going 7 times looking for any sign of life, looking for water or food or anything, and her son was crying. And then, all of a sudden, after she ran 7 times, what happened? Do you guys know what happened? Do you guys know what happened? All of a sudden, there is water coming out. There is water coming out of the ground. And that is the water of Zamzam. And if we have water, and if we have sun and water, what are we going to have? What are we going to have if we have water and sun? Let's see what's going to happen when we have water and sun. Plants, that's right. We'll have plants. So this place went from being a dry place where there was only sand and sun, and to a place where you saw greenery and palm trees. And then eventually Prophet Ibrahim comes back. He comes back, and what does he do? What does Prophet Ibrahim do with his son Ismail? They build the Kaaba. That's right. Roly-poly, roly-poly, open and shut, open and shut. Roly-roly-poly, roly-roly-poly, open and shut, open and shut. Roly-poly, roly-poly, peekaboo, peekaboo, roly-roly-poly, roly-roly-poly. I love you, I love you. Yay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Peekaboo, peekaboo, roly-roly-poly, roly-roly-poly. I love you, I love you. Yay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
I think we can switch off onto my screen now, inshallah. And I'd like to, inshallah, if we can invite her onto the screen, Sister Inas Abu Sheikha, who is the wonderful teacher we saw in that video there. Can we get her on? I think she's there. Let me just see if we can unmute her, inshallah. There you go. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Can you hear me?
Salam. Yes, I do.
Okay. How are you feeling? How's everything today?
Alhamdulillah, everything is good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, very good. Now, I actually had a chance to join your class. I believe it was last week or the week before, and we got a chance to see, the amount of work. I was pleasantly surprised because I understand even now, just speaking to people through Zoom, how much work it takes teaching kids online. Can you talk a little bit about that? I mean, what has the transition been like from teaching typically in a room full of kids to now focusing online?
That's right. It's definitely different. It takes different techniques to teach online. In class, you can get kids to stand up and grab their attention again, or try to play a game, try to help them if they need help. But online, you're like behind a screen, they're also behind a screen. So you can't really help as much, but you can definitely, as I said, use different techniques. Prepare things differently, as in the ideas, the songs, as you have joined and as you saw in the video, we use a lot of movement, songs, storytelling in our online classes, because online takes more engagement. You need to engage the child, or even they'll just leave the screen and walk away. That's easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine obviously with so many different distractions available in children's homes right now, every parent is throwing a tablet or a phone in front of their kids. Something like this is very refreshing. Why do you think parents out there, if they do have children, they should be even registering their kids into a program like this? If you could give us an answer as to why this program is important for kids that may not be signed up yet, what would you say? If a parent was maybe curious about it, why do you think it'd be a good idea for them to sign their kids up?
Bismillah, yeah. So honestly, our program is unique because there is that connection. That connection you create between the teacher and the child. Um, it's always refreshing to see the children's faces when you mention their name, when you read their comments, when they show you their crafts, and you show your appreciation to these kids. So it is an interactive class, and also there is a lot out there for children. But as Muslims, you can't just expose your kids to anything. It's not anything that everything our children watch or listen to will affect them, will affect their hearts. So we as parents and educators, we want to make sure that our children are exposed to things that benefit them, but that they also enjoy. That's an important thing too. There are a lot of beneficial programs out there, but if the child does not like the program, then there is no point. He's not getting the message, he's not enjoying it. So this is what we're trying to do in Adam's World Club. We're trying to combine the fun part and the educational part, and also create that bond, that connection between the child and the teacher.
Fantastic. And for those of you out there who are not, clear, this is a program that runs daily, right? You're talking about, every day of the week. You have multiple teachers, yourself. You have Sister, I think, Hudan, who also teaches cooking. So there's a lot of other really fun and exciting activities to do. And this program, why it's so important too, is because it's being done daily with that ihsan. The people that are preparing it are actually spending time and coming up with the curriculum, coming up with ideas, with programs for your kids. So I'm going to reiterate this one more time for everyone out there. For $100 minimally, okay? Imagine a class full of children, and for $100, we're telling them, three or four of them, that this is going to be on the house. You can enjoy this program. You can enjoy this. You can enjoy the Adams World app. You can enjoy so many more of the wonderful Sound Vision programs. If you could, Sister Inas, I know this is a bit of pressure on you, but why do you feel people should invest in Islamic education for children? I mean, you have children, I have children. Why is it important for us to invest in the education of our children?
Honestly, because you have mentioned Sister Huda's classes. So Sister Huda is on Fridays. She does cooking classes. And my children are just big fans of Sister Huda, just preparing the ingredients before class. So we have a list of the ingredients and what we're making for that class. And just seeing her in action, preparing the food, but also combining making food and our principles as Muslims. My children seeing Sister Huda in a hijab, making delicious food, saying Bismillah, teaching us those little things mean the world to me as a mom. Okay, so for parents, you want, this is an investment, just so you, like you said, this is an investment in their teaching, in their manners, in their future, because inshallah, this is what we all aim for as Muslim parents. We want our children to be proud, practicing Muslims. So it all starts with those little things that they enjoy. And it's always so funny to see, although we do it at home, when I say, oh, did you start with Bismillah before you started? But no, they remember, oh, Sister Huda said we start with Bismillah. And I'm like, oh my God, thanks God, we have Sister Huda in our life. So our kids, we're not just the influencers in their life. Everything they watch influences them and their character. So this is very important. What we expose our children to is what they will become. That's all I'm going to say.
It's so important too, because I think the reality is that children have access to devices. This is not something that we're telling you throw away all your iPads or throw away all your phones. It's what are we putting on these devices? What can children consume that is going to make them wholesome, practicing, proud Muslims? And I want to say, Jazakumullah khairan to you. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing, teaching kids every single day. And I can only imagine, especially through Zoom or through these different, online settings, how difficult it must be. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you tawfiq, inshallah, and make it easy for all of you teachers out there, inshallah. So thank you very much to our sister Inas Abu Sheikha for giving us some time. We are going to move on in our program. And like I said earlier, if you'd like, you can register for her class. You can be one of the parents who has their kids in the weekly program. The Colors of Islam program also teaches kids a bit older. So, the age range there is wonderful. But we're going to actually ask everyone, inshallah, if you haven't already, go to that link that we mentioned a bit earlier. It's giving.soundvision.com. Okay, I want everyone to just take 1 second, not 1 second, literally 1 minute perhaps, to just open up a browser, go to giving.soundvision.com, and I want you to make a contribution. I want you to think about the future of our ummah, the kids who will be coming up after us. It's a very strange time that we're living in right now, subhanAllah, where the kids that, my children, for example, who are my eldest child, my daughter is in grade 2, right? She'll look back at this time in her life during the whole COVID, during the whole quarantine, and these kids will remember this time. If we're not here for them now, there could be long-lasting effects. And I don't mean to scare anyone, but if we're being honest, there are a lot of talks right now about even the mental health concerns of many youth who have been spending, prolonged amount of time in quarantine with their families. There's so much that they're missing out on. Let us not contribute to that. Let us provide them with something that can aid them in this very difficult time the entire world is dealing with. So for contributions of 100, 1,000, 5,000, imagine someone out there. I know there's a person out there who's thinking to themselves, Wallahi, I want some ajr. There's a person who's thinking to themselves, Wallahi, I want to help the future of this ummah as a sadaqah jariyah. For $5,000, imagine how much change could occur in the lives of these children, inshallah. So today is not a day to be stingy. Today is not a day to start checking your bank balance and your accountant and start calling up. Today is a day of action. Today is a day of actually making things happen, inshallah. So I want you all to go to that link or go to the many different options below, whether it be by phone or paying by PayPal, whatever you choose, inshallah, will allow you to do so. And so far, looks like we have only 1,800 raised. So the number I'm seeing on the screen is 1,800. Our goal is 50,000. So Allah Akbar, we're going to be here for a very long time if we don't get our money. So please, inshallah, let us get that number rolling. I want everyone to make a contribution to this wonderful cause. Up next, we're going to invite my friend, my brother, my collaborator, Brother Ilyas Mao, inshallah. He's a wonderful, I guess, what do you call yourself? An a cappella artist, nasheed artist? I don't know. There's so many cool terms nowadays these young guys are using, okay? But he actually is an artist who's going to be joining us to share some of his art, some of his work, some of his inspirational songs. So I'm going to invite him to join us right now. Ilyas, you there? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can everybody hear me?
I can see myself twice. Can you see me? Okay, there you go.
Okay. Is everybody there?
Yeah, we're here now.
You guys can see me? You can hear me properly?
We can see you, we can hear you. This is a brother who I have a very hard time getting a hold of. This whole thing was done just so I could see you, Akhi. This whole thing was being done. Huh?
Forgive me. Wallahi, forgive me. It's been hectic, but alhamdulillah, everything's okay now. Alhamdulillah.
How are your kids doing? They're in school right now.
Yeah, that was a game changer. Abu Bakr going to school was a game changer, and it's just I had to completely transform my schedule to, you know what I'm saying, make it happen. But alhamdulillah, I got used to it now. Alhamdulillah, everything's going well. Jazakallah khair for inviting me to this wonderful event, and may Allah put lots and lots of barakah in it, and may Allah accept our efforts. Ameen.
So what are you going to be doing for us today? You're going to be doing some a cappella nasheeds?
Yes. So today Inshallah, I'm gonna be performing a couple of my favorite a cappella songs. A cappella basically means songs without musical instruments, and that's the kind of songs that I do. I use everything. I use my vocals to produce all my songs, and Jazakallah khair. With the help of Bona Muhammad, I wouldn't be here. I would still be out there, lost. Subhanallah, Allah used my brother Bona to inspire me to inspire others. And we've been working a lot for like about 5 years, subhanallah. And he's been writing for me. And a couple of the songs I'm gonna do today, inshallah. The man himself, the one and only legendary Bona wrote it. So Bismillah, we're gonna get right into it, inshallah. And these are my favorite, by the way, and it's very, very relevant. So the first one I'm gonna do is called "Spread Your Wings," and it's very, very relevant, especially now, since we're in COVID, and a lot of people have been going through it. Subhanallah, and may Allah make it easy for everyone. It's not easy. This year has not been easy. So Allah promises us, فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. With every hardship comes ease. So yeah, this song is all about those verses. So Bismillah. I'm just gonna do a little test to see if you guys can hear properly. I put a reverb on this mic. Check, check. Can you guys hear?
Yeah, sounds good.
Can you guys hear? Is the reverb okay?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, Bismillah. These days, I feel like you're in pain, and it feels like you're in chains. So worried you can't think straight. But things change like rainbows after rain, and nothing ever stays the same. I know you've lost your way, 'cause you don't know what tomorrow holds. So you gotta hold on just a little more, 'cause in the middle of you will see this love coming from above. So just spread your wings and soar. You will never know till you spread your wings and soar. You will never know until you spread your wings and soar. Now embrace wisdom from mistakes, 'cause Lord knows that we've strayed, but you will find your way. So be brave when hardship comes your way, 'cause ease comes after pain, and ease comes after pain. 'Cause you don't know what tomorrow holds, so you gotta hold on just a little more, 'cause in the middle of you will see this love coming from above. So just spread your wings and soar. You will never know till you spread your wings and soar. You will never know until you spread your wings and soar. Jazakallah khair.
Allahu
So
Akbar.
that was Spread Your Wings. And honestly, like this track always gets to me. And this is, subhanallah, this is what I've been living by ever since I, made this one song, that no matter what calamity hits me, I know that tomorrow is a new day. And I know that Allah will bring peace and happiness. It's a cycle. Life is a cycle, right? So I'm gonna move on, inshallah, to another song that my brother Bona wrote, and it's called Blessed. And all these songs are online, by the way. It's on YouTube. You guys can check it out. We made videos for it, and I hope you guys get inspired, inshallah. So this is called I'm Blessed, and it's all about appreciating what Allah has given us. Alhamdulillah for everything. Bismillah. I'm feeling good waking up today. Got to say thanks to Allah for giving me another day. For the breath I breathe, to the trees, back to me. Can't you see? I'm living life in harmony. Got the sun shining down on me perfectly, currently. Feeling the breeze from the sea, and the clouds giving shape to me. Rain for me patiently, growing the food that I eat. And we can never count your blessings. Every second, so many lessons got me turning to the heavens. Thanks to He for creating me, shaping me, sustaining me. Praises to the Rabbil Alameen. I'm blessed. Praises to the Rabbil Alameen. I'm blessed. Praises to the Rabbil Alameen. I gotta thank you for my eyes and my thighs and my toes and my nose and my lips and my smile and my ears and my fears and my mind and my time and my friends and my foes and my trials and my health and my wealth and the love in my life and the fact that you sent me a beautiful wife for the good and the bad, for the strength that I have, for my mom and my dad, so much more I could add. You give and forgive while we get and forget. To the Lord of the worlds, we are always in debt. And how could I forget that you guided me to this deen? And for that, praises to the Rabbil Alameen. I'm blessed. Praises to the Rabbil Alameen. I'm blessed. Praises to the Rabbil Alameen. Jazakallah khair.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. We got to get some comments going. Can we get some people in the comment box or something? Some crowd participation.
See the comments. Are there comments here?
Oh, yes. You need your glasses, brother. There's many comments.
No, I can't see that. I don't have the window to see the comments.
MashaAllah. Great job. MashaAllah, brother. Muhammad is a great writer. Allahu Akbar. We're all saying that.
To your own horn, huh?
Huh?
To your own horn.
Yeah, it's not me, brother.
Pat yourself up in the back.
I'm just relaying the message, brother.
By the way, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you were writing that, how does it come to you? Like when you write these lyrics, like do you get inspired by something?
You know, brother, it's just like wahi. You know, I don't know how to describe it. It just comes to me. You know, sometimes I'll be thinking about something. I'll be walking. I'll see some beautiful flower and a bumblebee, and I'll say, you know what? I feel blessed.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Nah, man, may Allah increase you, bro. I'm gonna do one more that you didn't write.
I don't know if I'm gonna like this one.
This one is called Wonders, and it's similar to Blessed, but this one is about appreciating the wonders of Allah's creation. So we appreciated what Allah has given us, right? But Allah has also given us beautiful mountains and rivers and everything. It's like, subhanallah, like sometimes I wonder, do we even how can we be sad? How can we be like upset when there's so much beautiful things around us? You know what I'm saying? So it really grounds me, subhanAllah, like just taking my own songs in, sometimes I'm just like, it talks to me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do wonders.
yourself, huh?
I'm feeling myself right now, bro.
Allah.
To be honest, it's been a while since I performed for people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like it gives me like a sense of a high because it's what I love to do. And this is like a natural, you know what I'm saying? I love to get up on stage and inspire people. And if Allah accepts it from me and all those people, it touches their heart. Alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? And don't worry, you're gonna get the sawab for it too. For, you know,
Allah. Allahu Akbar.
contributing.
Allahu
I
Akbar.
mean, may Allah accept it from us, man. So I'm gonna do wonders, inshallah. Are we good with time?
Yeah, go ahead, Bismillah.
Bismillah. From the wind to the trees to the buzzing of the bees, Ya Rabbil Alameen, your creation is a dream. From the stars to the moon, your dominion is so vast, yet your beauty isn't seen. Ya Rabbi, please accept my prayers. Ya Rabbil Alameen, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya رب العالمين يا رحمن يا رحيم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله عليه بركات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله عليه بركات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله خالق الإنسان ربي بارئ الأكوان إلهي ليس لك مثيل كل عجز عن التمثيل لقتني من عدم إلى وجود أنت ربي دائما أنت المعبود يا رب العالمين يا رحمن يا رحيم يا رب العالمين يا رحمن يا رحيم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله عليه بركات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله عليه بركات الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله محمد رسول الله جزاك الله خير
Allah. What is the thing that lady?
wait. Don't bring that East African stuff here, man.
Oh, we gotta represent for East Africa as well. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Brother Ilyas Mao with his wonderful performance. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Wonderful, amazing to hear you. And inshallah, I want everyone to go online right now. Giving.soundvision.com. Ilyas is actually one of the people who's behind the nasheeds you hear on Adam's World, the Adam's World app. So it only makes sense, inshallah, that we had him on for this program. And with people like him, artists that are, you know, wonderfully talented, as you just saw, being able to utilize his skill set to teach kids about so many different things related to Islam is an immense blessing that we don't take for granted. So inshallah, giving.soundvision.com, PayPal, you can go to accounts@soundvision.com, and so on and so forth. All the link information should be, if you're on the Zoom chat, you should see it all on the side. Otherwise, you can see on the ticker at the bottom here, all the information is available. Please, inshallah, we're only at $2,000 so far. Our goal was to raise $50,000. that means that we need some big hitters out there. We need someone to come through with the 5,000. We need someone to come through with a 10,000, inshallah. Because otherwise, we cannot continue on with the wonderful work we're doing. And unfortunately, that would mean sacrificing the wonderful, opportunity we have to teach these youth while we still can, inshallah. Just to give you some more insight into how this program works and why so many parents have signed their children up, I want to share with you a testimonial video, a video from some of our students and some of our parents as to why they love specifically those two online programs we spoke about, the Colors of Islam and the Adams World Club program. So if we can, inshallah, I'd like to play the testimonial video so you as the audience can see the impact it's having on people all around the world, inshallah.
Why it helped me is because we learned about confidence and I had lots of trouble with it, and I'm becoming more confident at school, making more friends. And why I think you guys should join is because it's awesome and it can make you a better person.
My daughter Farah has been participating in the sound vision classes daily for the past 3 months. I am very happy to see how much Farah has benefited from these classes. She has gained consciousness of Allah and about the hereafter. She has learned many Islamic concepts, stories from the Quran, and stories about good character and conduct. Stories were also done on recycling, protecting the environment, conservation of forests, and endangered species such as turtles. There's also art and craft related to each topic that's presented at the end of each class.
I love Adam's World Cup because it teaches me about Islam. My favorite part is cooking with Sister Huda. I love listening to the stories too.
It is such an amazing learning opportunity. Honestly, there really isn't anything out there, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's so amazing for parents and for kids to have resources like this, where we get to learn about our deen, about where we have amazing teachers teaching our children stories from the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, teaching them about lessons from the Quran, and doing it in such an engaging, wonderful, entertaining way, singing songs, doing crafts. It's such an engaging experience. Honestly, when the teachers call out my son's name, his face just lights up. It makes his day. He's so happy. So that interactive component to it, being there, engaging with the teacher in real time, is so important and something you absolutely can't get from just passively watching a TV show.
I was taught about respecting people, helping others, and that a smile is charity. I love sound vision classes and I look forward to it daily.
I think the teachers really serve as role models for my daughter, and I'm really grateful to Sound Vision for that. I see her acting and dressing as the teachers, so she'll go and find a hijab that looks like Miss Ines or Miss Maryam or Miss Huda, and she will say the same words and repeat things that she heard in the classes word for word. And that's really important to me, that these teachers embody such beautiful manners. They're so sincere, they bring such a positivity to the class, and we are so grateful to the Sound Vision team for these programs.
Hey kids, come on. You'd love them. Adam's World is cool.
They're so sincere, they bring such a positivity to the class, and we are so grateful to the Sound Vision team for these programs.
Hey kids, come on. You'd love them. Adam's World is cool.
That was beautiful, especially seeing that young boy at the end, and to have your kids actually be excited about attending Islamic schools, really important thing. To have children excited about learning Islam, to have children that want to attend, the programs, that look forward to it every single day. I think that's one of the biggest blessings that I see from this program. The enthusiasm, the joy, the happiness that comes from it, because a lot of that is, we want to create positive memories and lasting memories for these children, that they have a good understanding that, this is what Islam teaches. It's a beautiful thing. We should be happy about it. Many of us had other experiences in madrasa where we were scared or we didn't want to go to Islamic school. But alhamdulillah, Sound Vision is doing the exact opposite here. So I want to actually bring out one of our other teachers, and he's a teacher, but he really is much more than that, because he's I've toured with him. Oh man, I lost count of how many places around the world we've been to together. But he's a comedian who I've toured with around the world, probably over 100 cities. Doing what he does best, which is comedy, entertainment, and taking that understanding of Islam and teaching it in a fun, happy, and joyful way. I think is a skill set that we're so honored to share with the people here today. So Baba Ali, for those of you who don't know, is one of the teachers for the Colors of Islam program. And before we bring him on, I want to actually show you a clip from his class. Okay, so this gives you an idea of the scope of what he's coming with, because these are a lot of times older kids who may not be as enthusiastic about learning, but he does a really, really great job of making them enjoy the time they have. So let's run to that clip of Baba Ali in class, inshallah. I think I might be having a technical issue here, inshallah. So why don't we skip that video and we'll run straight into the portion where we actually get a chance to speak with Baba Ali. I'm not sure if people were able to see that. So if I can get Ali on screen, I believe there he is.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing, Baba Ali?
Alhamdulillah, how are you doing, brother?
Everyone calls you Baba Ali. You're not my Baba, you're just Ali. But it's great to see you, Ali, and talk to me a little bit about this program. I mean, Colors of Islam is a program that I believe teaches a bit older kids. And I know I can tell you from my personal experience, my madrasa experience, I hated it. Right? Saturday and Sunday, I used to go to, it seemed like they were running some kind of torture operation there, because I never wanted to go, I never wanted to be there. But the kids in your class really, really love it.
Alhamdulillah, they're consistently coming. I see the same names every single week. The kids really enjoy it. Almost every single week, at least one kid sends me a message, a private message saying, Ali, dear Baba Ali, I just want you to know the class today was amazing. I learned a lot. So it's really, really, that's always makes my day.
And how important is it? Because your style of teaching is obviously much more intuitive to the different things kids are going through in their lives today in America, in Canada, the US, wherever they are. What do you think makes you unique as a teacher, and what do you think that you bring to the table that maybe other madrasas or other weekend schools don't often acknowledge?
a lot of times most of the classes are taught by like some teachers are done in a very traditional way, where the person just giving a lecture and everyone's just like listening. As you said, you just want to run away because like sometimes they're talking about stuff that's not relevant to you. So one of the main things I always try to do is make sure I talk about topics that are relevant to the students. And the second thing I try to do is try to make it interactive and fun and engaging. And it kind of helps when Bob Ali's background of being a stand-up comedian, so I can make him smile at the same time. And then of course, the final piece is trying to intellectually convince them so they are prepared, because these kids are between the ages of 8 to 12, and their teenage years are just coming right across the corner. So I want to make sure they're ready, because they're gonna get a lot of challenges and a lot of things gonna be thrown at them. And if they're not mentally ready, they are gonna have some challenges, and I want to make sure they're ready for that.
That's actually a really important thing you brought up, because that age, that preteen age, is so key. It's so important. That's when they're really shaping their personality. They're shaping the person they will become in the future. So if they're building a strong foundation, then they say it's like drawing into wet cement. This is the time when you can really kind of shape the young person into a young practicing adult.
100%. 100%.
I want to just quickly, before we end off with you here, why do you think people out there who maybe have seen you, they've seen Adam's World, they've seen the different, why should they support a program like this online? Maybe it's not the traditional Islamic studies program they're used to. Why do you think people should actually help something like this stay on air, stay online, to teach kids all around the world? Why do you think it's important to do?
Because it's not only changing, I mean, the kids are changing. I mean, in a very positive way. When their understanding changes, their behavior changes. And when the parents see it from their own kids, they can see what type of impact it's making. These kids are going to get challenged with things like racism. We discussed that in Colors of Islam Club. We discussed like evolution. We'll discuss those things. At the same time, we talk about Islamic topics as well, where, by the way, these are Islamic topics, but we talk about traditional Islamic topics. Like just today, we talked about like the history of Christmas and where it came from, because in a few months, it'll be holiday season, and these kids don't realize, or even many Muslims don't realize, that Christmas and Santa Claus has very little to do with actual Christianity and Jesus' birthday. So where's all of this paganism come from, and how did it get into? Because we know it's kind of like a little paganism, a little bit of Christianity put together, but how did that occur? And the reason why the how is important is for us Muslims, we learned from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us in Nuh's story, and how they first started as, okay, these are just, let's try to remember these people, and let's just draw pictures of them. And then eventually these became like statues, and let's show respect to these statues. And eventually they start worshiping these statues. And Noah was the first people to deal with these idol worshipers. It didn't happen overnight. Our kids right now, for those who are parents just like myself, these kids are constantly being given these ideas, a lot of them un-Islamic, and it's just like baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, and eventually it starts making an impact on their behavior, about their understanding of their Islam, and some of them are going away from Islam. My goal is to pull them back in and make them strong, and make them strong Muslims, because these kids are going to be the future, inshallah. So I want these kids, when they come to Colors Islam Club, they're intellectually convinced that Islam is the truth. I'll give you a quick example, Bon. I know we're short on time, but one of the classes I do too, like, and as you talked about teaching differently, one day I brought the kids, and I bought this I went to a dollar store and I bought this book, and I ripped up the book into pieces. And I told the kids, hey, before we start today's class, I need to ask you guys a small little favor. I have this book. It's ripped up into 100 pieces. I actually put all the pages and I started dropping it in front of my screen. I need you guys' help if you guys can put this book together. So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna send a little bit to you, and a little bit to you, and a little bit to you. And the kid's like, no way, we can't do this. Oh, by the way, none of these pages are numbered. They're all out of order, and I need you guys to put these in the right order. And a little small thing, it's in a different language that none of us understand. In other words, it's kind of like being unable to read or write. So how can you put this whole thing together? Like, that's impossible. Every kid's like, that's impossible. We'll never go do it. Baba Ali, we're wasting your time. This was done over 23 years period. And the ayahs of the Quran were coming into piece by piece by piece in like a perfect puzzle. Perfect. I'm not talking about, okay, it's okay, kind of worked out. Perfect. So the kids are like visually seeing that this is impossible to occur. This has to be something from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we talk about the creation. One day we just talked about bees and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how the bees do things that we don't, like termites, for example. Termites are deaf and blind. They can't see or hear. yet they meet these complicated cities. Can this just be done randomly or by chance or by quote unquote evolution? No, there has to be a designer, intellect, and intelligence behind all of these ants and bees and beavers and all this stuff. So the kids really, really get to think. So if someone comes to them tomorrow and say, "Hey, there's no God," they're like, "Are you kidding me?" They can mentally and challenge these people instead of saying, okay, let me go ask somebody if there's a God or not, because they're intellectually convinced. So,
Allahu Akbar. You know, that's amazing. And I'm really happy that Sound Vision is able to get someone of your caliber on board to teach this class. It's every weekend?
every Saturday and Sunday, or every weekend. Right now, we're doing the weekend classes every Saturday and Sunday. We may do a one-day class on Saturday, but it's the same amount of time we'll be there. So the kids join us literally every single weekend. You see the same names. The kids are excited. They're engaged. And they see I see the difference. I mean, if the kids, they don't have to be there, but they come and they like it and they participate, and I can see the difference, alhamdulillah. And for those who are like, some of you may not have children, but we know this future of these kids are going to make our generation, for our ummah, is going to make a difference for us. These are going to be the future people who are going to be running our masjids or running our Islamic programs or running our events. And these kids are not there, or these kids are kind of going steps away from Islam. What's going to happen to the next generation and their generation and that generation? So we really have to support these programs and really help things that are actually working. And I wish if you guys can talk to these kids and see these kids and actually even participate in one of our classes, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Make sure everyone out there, inshallah, support classes like this through your donations right now. You can check out the information in the chat box or on the little ticker below. Everything from PayPal to Zelle, giving.soundvision.com. That's the URL I want everyone to go through right now, inshallah. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go to giving.soundvision.com. Make a contribution. Make something that will, inshallah, be an investment for you, for these youth, and more importantly, for the Day of Judgment. When you show up and you see the amount of barakah and khair that has come out of these children, like Ali said, the ones who have become the leaders of the community now, and you help build that foundation within them, inshallah, it'll be a something that you'll be very pleased with in the future. So please, inshallah. Yes, go ahead.
I was want to mention one small thing. We, in our class, it's not just me speaking. We do, my daughters come and they'll do arts and crafts for the kids.
I saw that. I wish we could have seen the video, because I had that little clip of your daughter actually doing some cooking with you as well.
Yeah, Hanifa will do cooking, and I only do the first half of the portion. The second half is Auntie Hiba. She does storytelling. She talks about the 99 names of Allah. She does all kinds of stuff that's completely unique style, different than me. So the kids get different flavors and different styles, all bring with the common message of bringing kids towards Islam and intellectually trying to develop these kids, inshallah. So we add a little bit of fun and enjoyment, so it's not like lecture, or talk. The kids get a variety, and I think that's what keeps them engaged too. We do cahoots as well. So we do so everything they learned at the very end of the class, now they're getting tested. So they're kind of paying attention too. Because what's the point of just me talking if it's not reaching them? But if it's reaching them and the kids are learning, that's amazing.
Speaking of cahoots, we actually have a cahoot right now that we're going to do as well. And I know you love games. I'm surprised you haven't invented your own version of Kahoot yet, because for those of you who don't know, Ali's actually a board game inventor. He's invented several games. Loves to play games. So actually, if you want, stick around. We're going to do this right now. Can we pull up the Kahoot, inshallah? Because we have a Kahoot that is going to be talking about some more of the history of Sound Vision, a little bit more in-depth questions, and the winner, actually, top three winners for this Kahoot will actually get a prize. So Ali clearly chickened out. He doesn't want to be part of this anymore. No problem.
I'm just kidding. Focus from you.
No pressure. Don't worry. Actually, it was fine. We got everything we need from you, inshallah. I know, because you just finished your class now, didn't you?
Yes, I just finished the class this morning for the kids.
Okay, no problem, inshallah. Jazakallah khair for that, Ali. Thank you very much. Make sure you guys sign up weekend classes with Baba Ali, Colors of Islam Club. Let's get ready now. We're gonna do this second quiz now, the second Kahoot, and this one is for all the marbles. All right, this one is for all the big bucks. So if you haven't yet, go to kahoot.it, kahoot.it, inshallah, and this one here is going to be worth some big bucks. Okay. So I want to see everyone getting their screens ready. The code is right now here. It's up. It's 8521097. Kahoot.it, inshallah. And this one here is going to be worth some big bucks. Okay. So I want to see everyone getting their screens ready. The code is right now here. It's up. It's 85210. Sorry, I'm hearing my own echo, so it's a little bit distracting. But let's try this again, inshallah. The code here is 8521097. So we're waiting for players to sign up. If you're interested, you want to win a prize, this is the time to do so. Let's get everyone who wants to join this Kahoot signed up, inshallah. And can we share the screen with everyone here on the Zoom so we can see exactly what is going down? All right, so we got a few people signed up here. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds more, 15 seconds more. I want everyone to sign up so we can get started with this quick Kahoot. I don't want to waste too much time. And the winner of this will actually get a prize. So we have a $50 gift certificate from Amazon for the first place and $25 for second and third. Okay, so it looks like we have a good amount here. Should I pull the trigger and get this game started? What do you think? Okay, let's do it, inshallah. I can see it on the Facebook screen. If you can't see it yet, we will be, inshallah, sharing that screen on the Zoom shortly. Right now it is streaming on Facebook, so that's where I'm seeing it. Perhaps we can also share it onto the Zoom so people that are on the Zoom chat can also see. That'd be fantastic. Otherwise, inshallah, we're going to be ready to start this game as soon as possible. I see Bro, I see BM, I see people here ready to go. Big wins quiz. Let's do this. Okay, ready? First question. Sound Vision's largest festival is Allah Made Me Funny Tour, Sound Vision's Education Fest, Adam's World Puppet Show, or Muslim Fest. Sound Vision's largest festival. Now, I've actually performed in this festival, so I know which one it is. Let's see how many of you out there can get this answer right. Can we share the screen onto Zoom as well? Maybe without the audio. So the answer here was Muslim Fest. Yes, very good job. Okay, let's go to the second question now. We have Asia, who's in the lead. Oh, at least no one else got it right. Wow. They must be the only Torontonians there, because you would know that it's actually based out of Toronto. Or Mississauga, I should say. Okay, let's go to the next question. Do we have the next question? So Sound Vision has advocacy campaigns for Kashmir, Rohingya, Uyghur, or all of the above. So which ones the Sound Vision, and more specifically, Justice for All, which countries, which places are we currently running campaigns for? I'll give you a hint. We do a lot of work. So you could guess it's probably a little bit of everything. And the answer was yes, all of the above. Alhamdulillah. Justice for All actually has worked in many different regions with many different oppressed groups that need our help and advocacy. Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's go to the next one. So we have Zareen here is in the lead, mashallah, 1,365. Asia, oh yeah, it looks like we have a whole family who's just leading behind. Okay, so that family, hopefully, inshallah, will be able to catch up. Mustafa, Amin, and Fatih. Okay, they'll hopefully all be joining us in the higher echelon. Now, next question. Oh, is this a trick question? Today's host's name. Thought we did this one. Let's see if people can remember. I'm not just a pretty face, okay? I have a name as well. Who is the host of today's program? Was it Adam, who we heard from earlier? Is it Habib? Is it Mo? Or is it the one and only Mr. Bona, Muhammad? Let's see what the answer is. I think I have a good idea what the answer is. Yes. Did you really think it was Adam? There's 3 people who put Adam. Come on, guys. I've been here the whole day with you. All right, no problem, inshallah. Zareen is in the lead. Alhamdulillah. Let's go to the next question. So we have people that are climbing the ranks here. Next question. Today's Webathon is to raise funds for relief work, radio show, education, or to save the blue whale. Allahu Akbar. The blue whale, the one that we've all been looking for. The blue whale, relief work, a radio show, or education. What is today's Webathon all about? If you don't know yet, we're having a big problem. This is something we should address immediately. Okay? The correct answer is education. Yes. If you are here to save the blue whale, I'm sorry to tell you that your efforts are going to waste. Okay? Let's see what the scoreboard tells us so far. What are we looking at here? Let's go next. So we have Asia, mashallah, has taken the lead. Wait a second. Yep. Asia, Mustafa, Amin. Looks like they're all from the same family. Muhajir, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. They're all in first, second, and third. So that might be $100 worth of gift cards coming right to one family's doorstep. Let's see, inshallah. All right, let's go to the next question. Next question. Which country has the largest Muslim population? Is it India? Is it China? Is it Saudi Arabia? Or is it Indonesia? Which country has the largest Muslim population? Let's see, what do you think? This has been common knowledge for many years now. We've always been talking about this. One of my favorite countries in the world, Indonesia. Yes. And the Indonesians joining us today. Let's hear it in the chat box, inshallah. Indonesians, by the way, are amongst the nicest people you'll ever meet. If you ever see a big group of them in Hajj or Umrah, they are making their tawaf completely in filed lines. Don't get in anyone's shoulders. They really are on top of things out there. Okay, let's go to the next question. Well, let's actually see where we are in terms of scores. So the lead has been retaken by Zareen, mashallah. That one probably had a very quick trigger finger. So now, next question. What city is the third holiest for Muslims? What city is the third holiest for Muslims? Is it Palestine? Is it Medina? Is it Jerusalem? Or is it Tehran? Okay, now this is a bit of a trick question, so you gotta actually read into it. Which of these cities is the third holiest site? Let's see who got this right. Jerusalem. Yes. You could say Palestine. Jerusalem is in Palestine. But Palestine, we would say, is the country, whereas Jerusalem is the city. Okay? So yes, Jerusalem is the third holiest city. That takes our scoreboard to, what are we at? Zareen still looks like at the top of that lead, mashallah. Okay, let's move on to the next question. True or false? New Mexico is in Mexico. Let's see how well our American geography is. Is New Mexico actually in Mexico? What do you think? Maybe it should be called, there might be an old Mexico if there's a New Mexico, right? Is New Mexico actually in Mexico? What do you think? Give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. What do you think? False. No. New Mexico is its own place, dude. Come on. Albuquerque, New Mexico. I believe that's one of the main cities out there, right? Anyone from New Mexico can definitely chime in. So our scores have been readjusted, and Zareen is still at the top of the lead with Asia and Humna. Humna's making a comeback now. Humna was one of the top 3, I believe, in the last round. So hopefully, inshallah, they can claim the top spot. Let's move it forward. Here's a math question for you. I definitely won't be getting this one right. 16 divided by 4 times 2 plus 1 minus 1. You are on your own, brothers and sisters. Don't even look at me for help right now. I couldn't even help you if I wanted to. I wouldn't even know where to start. 16, is that divided by? Yeah, divided by 4, okay. Times 2 plus 1, watch it be just 0. It looks like it's one of those things that, oh no, it's actually 8. The answer is 8. Well, look at that. I didn't know it either way, so no love lost there. Oh, Humna looks like it's very good in math. Takes the lead. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Let's now move on to our next question. Let's see if we can wrap this up sooner than later. I know we have our wonderful speakers are still waiting for us. This prophet had a bird, a hoopy, named Hudhud. So this prophet, he owned a bird, or he had a bird named it was a hoopy named Hudhud. Okay, this is actually from the stories of the prophets. It's a very famous story. A very famous bird, actually, you could say. Let's see, who can get this one right? The answer is Nabi Sulaiman. Yes. How many of you got that right? 18 people got it right. Humna is quick on the trigger, mashallah. Now it's taking a bit of a commanding lead at 5,381, separating themselves from the pack. All right. Let's go with the next question. This prophet sang, and with him the mountains also sang. This prophet sang, and with him the mountains also sang. Who is this? Which prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do we hear about with a wonderful melodious voice? Yes, I see you putting some answers in the chat box, but I need the answers to be on the Kahoot app. Let's see. What do we got here? Yes, Dawood alayhi salam. Dawood alayhi salam used to sing in a wonderful melodious tone, and Humna is just running away with it now. No remorse for anyone else. Just wants that top prize. Okay? Next question. This prophet was known for patience. This prophet was known for patience. Now, one could argue that all prophets had a level of patience, yes, but this prophet in particular, his story revolved very much around his level of patience with calamities, with things that happened in his own life, with his people, with everything around him. Which prophet was known for patience? Ayub alayhi salam. Yes, Prophet Ayub. All right, 12 people got that one right. That takes our scoreboard with a little bit of a change, but Humna is still at the top of that, so not much has changed, really. Yusra and Yumna are catching up to Humna. What happened to that whole family? They all left. Okay, America has 52 states. True or false? I expect many Canadians to get this wrong. America has 52 states. True or false? What say you? People out there? I got it right and I'm a Canadian, someone said in the chat box. MashaAllah, Mabruk. That's the Canadian public education system right there, working hard. Okay, America has 52 states. False. That is incorrect. How many states does America have? I have no idea. I forget. Canada is not an American state, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Okay, Humna is still at the top. I believe we only have maybe one or two more questions left, or I think we should be done. Okay, almost there. What is the name of Adam the puppet's sister? What is the name of Adam the puppet's sister? She's very cute. Orange hair with green skin. What is her name? Fatima, Hajra, Anisa, or Amira? What is Adam's sister's name? It's the world famous Anisa. Yes. So the scores have been adjusted now. Oh, Yusra is trying to make a comeback here. It might be too late. Let's move on. Baba Ali is in what line of work? So I mentioned that Baba Ali is actually multifaceted. He's actually a teacher as well, so we could have added that there. But he's a game maker. He works in the IT field. Or is he just a comedian? This answer might actually surprise you if you don't know him. I know him quite well, so I already know the answer, but you wouldn't maybe suspect that a person of his caliber is able to do so many different things. And yet, the answer is all of the above. Yes. Very multi-talented, mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay, let's see where we are right now. The best place to view classic and new Adam's World videos is from which platform? DVD, Muslim Network TV, the Adam's World app, or YouTube. I could have also thrown in VHS, but apparently nobody knows what that is anymore. We have a large VHS collection. Hold on to it. It might be worth something one day. The best place to view new Adam's World videos is from which platform? The correct answer is the Adam's World app. For those of you who haven't downloaded it, make sure you check it out. The winner of today's quiz, Sound Vision quiz. In third place, Zareen. Second place, Humna. And in first place, Yusra with a quick second comeback. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Congratulations. All you have to do, inshallah, is send us your email address, or you can message someone in the group chat, I believe, and they will collect your information and they will send you out a gift card from Amazon. So send it to classes, send your email to classes@soundvision.com if you're one of these three people, and tell us, inshallah, what place you came in, and we'd love to send you a gift card. Okay, up next, he's been waiting patiently on the side screen. I see him there now. We have our wonderful brother and educator, award-winning educator, I should say, Habib Qadri, all the way from Chicago. Assalamu alaikum, Habib.
Alaikum salam.
How are you doing, brother?
Alhamdulillah.
I haven't seen you in a very long time, unfortunately.
That's right. The last time I've seen, I think we met was at our school.
Yes, it was. It was.
When you started off like 9 years ago.
Oh my God. Do you remember the first time I went was, I think the first time I came was probably over 7 or 8 years, I think. Yeah, mashallah, time has flown. And just for those people who don't know out there, you are an award-winning educator. Your school, from what I could see in Chicago, is one of the most forward-thinking Islamic schools probably in the world. The way in which you combine education and tarbiyah, is really truly unique. So we're very honored to have you here today. You have a bit of time. Maybe you can give us some insight as to why people should support projects like Sound Vision.
So first and foremost, why is this important? I myself have been a Sunday school student from preschool all the way until high school, and I complained about it. So my father said, hey, if you're going to be a complainer, well, you need to do something. So I started teaching Sunday school when I graduated in 8th grade at 13 years old. first grade as the aide and became a teacher and kept on teaching until I was 23, went into the field. So I have the weekend experience. Then I also did part halaqas from like 13 to 17, so I have that experience. I was part of Minna Muslim Youth in North America, so I have the camp experience. I've at least gone to at least 10 to 20, about 20 camps throughout my life. I had the opportunity to different kinds of, even went on a tabligh 3-day thing, so I got just to get a feel for that. So all the different kinds of opportunities of having like Darul Uloom after school Monday through Thursday, experience that. So you have what I'd say, the opportunity of a American-born confused Desi, as they used to call me from my cousins from back home, have that experience of learning Islam in various methods. And one of the key factors of education is the idea of that when you look at how do kids retain information, right? And alhamdulillah, now I have an opportunity to be at a full-time Islamic school for the last 17 years. So one of the key factors that you look at, what research says, is that 10% is what you read is how kids retain information. William Glasser, a Harvard psychologist, talks about how do kids how retain information. They said 10% is what they read. So when you have 10% what you read, that kind of says that, wait a minute, some individuals might get some information. You could give a book and say, well, they're going to learn their faith this way. Not all the time. Then they say 20% is what they see. So if you just say, well, let them just see something. 30% is what they hear. If you're just going to say, well, I'm just going to give a lecture format and that's what they're going to have, and inshallah, they're going to gain information about their faith. 50% is what they see and hear. And why is this important? Because in the Prophet Muhammad is the best example. The Prophet made sure that you could see and hear. Everything that he said, like a hadith, he also made sure that he modeled it. So that became so important in the way of learning. So when you see the videos that you, as an Adam's World, and being, I think I was 9-10 years old when it first came out. If he's 35 years old, I'm 45. And having that opportunity and seeing the behind the scenes once or twice, you'll see that just subhanAllah, the idea of getting them to see someone, hear them, and interact. And that's when 50% is what they see and hear. 70% of how individuals retain information, not just kids, even as adults, is when you discuss. So now when there's a video, when you have Baba Ali having a presentation and then asking questions, giving an opportunity for kids to think, that changes the game. When Adam is now and Anissa are talking to the kids on TV and they're asking and they're having a discussion, or they're having a discussion with each other, it brings clarification and conversation. So this is why it's so important to keep in mind that what you guys are going to be supporting, inshallah, and all of us putting our time and effort, is to really take this to another level, for kids to really understand and using what technology, which is high more than ever before, and it's only improving, and using that as another tool of learning is so important. So now you have 70% is what they discuss. 80% of how people retain information is through experience, what they experience. So now when they're experiencing, they're doing a hands-on project, or they're doing a cooking thing, and in that cooking, and then they're following that the teacher, but now she's giving some talks, she's giving a reminder, say Bismillah before you do this, use your right hand. These are all ways of now they're experiencing what the teacher wants them to do. So when Baba Ali is asked those questions, it's awesome, right? Because now they're having a conversation, then they'll say, hey, let's do this, let's put these puzzles together. And was that hard? Now, as you gave that example of like Wahid, it changes the mindsets, and when their things are learning and they're processing, it goes far. Then, again, because I'm only going to take 7 to 8 minutes. It's been a long day, so I'm just going to go to the point, just for you to understand how important this is. Then 85, as we said, of experience, 95 of how kids learn is through teaching. And I want to go back to the Prophet ﷺ. 50% we said is what the Prophet said, what you see in here. 80% of what they experienced. The Prophet ﷺ experienced everything that the Sahabas experienced. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the Prophet experience the embargo, the persecution, even the hijrah. The Prophet could have been, Ya Prophet, Allah, let me just take the Barak and just get to Medina before everyone else comes, and just be like, look, the greatest miracle. Everyone would have just kind of like, this has to be some unique individual. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them experience it. So when you go through experience and putting that opportunity, it shows that even when I'm talking about research, this is what our Prophet ﷺ did. We're just following his methodology of teaching. Then 95% is what you teach someone else. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made sure that after he learned, he told them and he sent them out to Abyssinia. He sent them out to Medina. He sent them out to Yemen. He sent them out to various places for them to learn about the deen of the small tribes or to the Bedouin tribes, where and you learn something, you go ahead and pass it on. So even in the classroom, what you're doing is when you have experiential learning, when you're teaching them, when you're having a discussion, you're making them experience it, and then having some of them present themselves. And that's as you will see that when Baba Ali talked about, he goes, yeah, I don't teach the whole time, maybe 15, 20 minutes, and someone else is teaching. It goes a long way, having different presenters. And now when you have someone like Adam, who has stayed young for so many years, giving them an opportunity to learn about their faith by seeing, by hearing, by discussing and experiencing, and now having them and say, well, go home and practice it. At your house, practice it. Talk to your brother, sister. Talk to your parents. And having them engage and understand and process this concept, it's a game changer. And I think that ourselves, I think is so important for us to kind of keep that in mind, inshallah ta'ala, of that. Now, why is this important now, coming back to now, understand what's retaining, and I'm just going to end with these last few, is that if you look at Maslow's psychology, is very popular. It's a sense of belonging is huge. Even in his other concept of choice theory by William Glasser also talks about people engage is when they feel like they're a part of something. I worked in the inner city before, and I saw, worked with Project Education Plus with the kids with, who were connected to gangs. Right? And that idea of a belonging to something. So now when you have, especially even young kids that like to be connected to something, why is it you have young kids like their Paw Patrol bag? Like, oh yeah. When you're walking around, you talk to a kid, man, you got that Paw Patrol, you got that Marvel comic or Superman, superhero. They pick the comic or that cartoon that they like, and they're going to make sure they wear a shirt, they're going to wear a jacket, they're going to wear their shoes, they're going to wear a hat, because they want to belong. When people to be like, this is me. This is who I enjoy, and that has a conversation. So now when we have small characters where kids could belong to and say, "This is Anissa, this is Adam, and this is who I like," and then get that process, and what they say goes a long way. Because they're even at young age, when they see a little other individual that they feel like they can make a connection to, it goes and it learns. That's why in the motivation, sense of belonging is one. Second thing is also feeling like they're improving and growing. Just like when you play the Cahoots game, you see the scores, right? You knew who got correct, how many got correct, how many didn't grow. And the more when you know that you're getting correct and you're getting points and there's an opportunity for competition and learning, people engage more. And so when you feel like every week you're growing from learning from the processes that from the programs that Adam is setting up, our Sound Vision setting up, from the Adam's World to the Color Worlds program, all these, and every time there's a development and they're getting engaged, you'll see it's important. And the last two forms of what they find about what motivates people is when there's freedom in the way that they're learning. There's an opportunity to learn in different ways. And now as teachers, they're all trying new different methods using voice inflection, settings, crops, engagement, all changes the game. And then with that freedom and having fun when you're doing it, inshallah ta'ala, it's a blessing. And that's why even the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when teaching, he made sure that also that people felt comfortable and they were a part of it. And that's what makes great teachers, is when they feel like people like, why did everyone think like the Prophet loved him the most? And so when you have that opportunity, when you're teaching and you're engaged and people are excited and they're having fun and they still feel like there's a sense of belonging, like I want to be a part of this, that's a game changer. And so now what Sound Vision has done is getting educators who are in the field, who are doing some amazing things and putting it all together and then thinking of new content, and everyone kind of has something that connects to. So it could be from words like spoken word, it could be from artistic, it could be from a hobby like cooking, it could just be from comedy, it could be various. So hopefully may Allah bless them, and I'm happy they're doing it at the young age, because if you catch them when they're young, it could go a long way. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you very much, Brother Habib. And of course, for those of you who don't know, I have my copy. Where's yours? Where's yours? This is a wonderful book. And how many books have you written?
Five.
5, mashallah, tabarakallah. So you can definitely check out this book, The War Within Our Hearts, an award-winning educator, and you've heard it from him, the importance of educating our children, especially at that young age, like he mentioned. And, this is what the mission of Sound Vision has been for many, many years, is to help educate children that are on the verge of gaining their Islamic knowledge, their identity. Who will they be when they get older? So Jazakumullah khairan, Brother Habib Qadri, for your time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and put barakah in all of your time. And I know for those of you who don't realize, many of our teachers now have become almost frontline workers, having to go out there and weather the storm through the coronavirus and such. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of our educators and everyone working in the field as well. And I want to just remind all of you, inshallah, to please make a contribution. We are almost finished with our program today. I don't have an exact update yet as to how much we've raised, but I know it's not as much as we were expecting. So I'm hoping people can reach into their pockets and, more importantly, reach deep inside their hearts and put something forward for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us with this mission of educating our youth, being a source of comfort to them in these very difficult times, through our Adam's World Club programs, through the Colors of Islam Club program that we heard from through Baba Ali earlier, and as well through our Adam's World classes and many of the different Adam's World episodes that we're putting out continuously through the Adam's World app. And before we leave, inshallah, I want to invite the founder of Sound Vision to join us for some inspirational words from some of his insight into what makes Sound Vision so special and why we should be supporting the work of Sound Vision. I would like to invite Imam Abdul Malik Mujahid to join me, inshallah, for some words of inspiration, some insight, and a closing dua as well, inshallah. Sheikh, are you there?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Sheikh. So, of course, this Sound Vision initiative started many years ago, many years before many of us even realized there was a need for Islamic media. Can you talk to us a little bit about the vision behind Sound Vision and why people should still support it today?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah alladhi kafa wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Mustafa. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Brother Boona, Brother Habib Qadri, who's an inspiration to our community, and amazing teachers / performers, Baba Ali and Inas, and Sister Zahira, who is the leader of our educational programming. All of you, thank you so much. It takes a lot of effort, and I can tell you, as father of two children who were teachers themselves, I have seen them completely exhausted when they're through teaching. So it takes heart and mind and all of the blood and creative juices which you got. So I'm immensely thankful for all of you who participate in the program, or those of you who are teachers and performers. Sound Vision, motto is helping tomorrow's Muslims today. Why did we come up with that? Because we saw a disaster in the making. And the disaster is, and it still continues to be, that 95% of our children are not connected with any type of Islamic education whatsoever. 95% of them. You want to compare? Compare with the Jewish community, and I researched it. Although the Jewish people, for some reason, 50% of them don't believe in God Almighty. But 85% of all their children get supplemental education for Judaism or visit to Israel or cultural orientation. Unless you take your future seriously, you will be at loss. You are pursuing American dream, continue to pursue it, but balance it with your dream for your children's good future. So they are better Muslims, better neighbors, and better citizens. Otherwise, you will be in the rut of more and more and more until we are lost. So invest in future. 95% of Muslim children are going nowhere. That's where we came up with the Adam's World. That if they cannot come to school, we take school to them. And it was Jim Henson of Sesame Street, whose colleague Tom is the one who we recruited to be our puppeteer. And now hundreds and thousands of people have legally acquired Adam's World. And somebody told me for each legal one, there are 20, 30 illegal copies of out there. So that's all right. At least education is moving forward. But to produce things, it takes a lot of energy, lot of blood, lot of sweat, and lot of your contributions. But now since pandemic, there's another disaster in the making. Those 5% of children who were enrolled in the weekend Islamic schools, where are they? Teachers are learning how to teach. They are struggling. Learning as well as teaching, on the job training. And that is tuning children out. They're zooming out, literally speaking, no pun intended. What do we do with that? And that's where our team sat down and they said, we need to combine something which have been combined long time ago. Good teachers with Islamic curriculum. Put a plus sign there. That's not a class, it's a plus sign. And connect with that performance, interactivity, talking to children. As Sister Inas, a train is going with her. I watch her and enjoy it. And I'm still learning, Sister Inas, if you're there. Or Baba Ali, who just was among the probably the earliest YouTuber and influencer in the Muslim community. So teachers are combining entertainment, connectivity, looking in the eyes, singing a little song, having a little train go somewhere. That combination which Sister Zahira is presiding at was needed for all children. But how do we read our children? You know, few hundred have registered. There are hundreds and thousands of Muslim children out there. And when Muslim schools are good, guess what? Non-Muslim parents want their children to attend what Muslims are attending. It has been done all over. But we need to reach that level. We need to reach parents. And for that, we need your help. Amazing programming is taking place, far better in terms of technical things than this particular production, which has some technical glitches. No, far better. And children love it. I personally called and spoke to about 13 or so parents and asked them what their children think. Amazing, amazing. Nobody rated 1, 2, 3. Everybody either 4 or 5. And mothers were just praying and praying for the good work which is being done. This good work cannot be done without you. I'm telling you, I can make sacrifices as much as I can. And I know my team makes as many sacrifices as they do. But dear brothers and sisters, we need to save our children. We need to help our children. Helping tomorrow's Muslims today by investing today in their education, not only to take them to school, provide them good teachers. So Sound Vision has 2 solutions for this disaster. One solution is in April, very early in the pandemic, we realized what is coming. Thoughtfulness, that is. Strategic thinking, that is. And we trained 500 teachers to train better online. But still, it's not working out. We're continuously planning to train, and train. But children, I think teachers are not performers. Teachers are not educated. Teachers are not singers. Teachers don't know all of those things. Hopefully, some of them will dig in somewhere and get extra energy to do that. But we have teachers. We have performers. Teachers are joining performers. Performers are becoming teachers. And that's how we are contributing. So if you want to deal with this disaster, join us. Training teachers and getting this Colors of Islam classes and Adam's World classes going in the best possible manner. Please donate today. We just have 2 minutes left before we conclude. I will take 1 minute and I will give to amazing Guna Muhammad, who is great, mashallah. So my request to you is, we thought $500,000, $50,000. We didn't make it 5,000. Just donate something. If you have donated, donate little more. So at least we know that you care. Thank you so much. And keep praying. It will happen. People thought I'm crazy when we started Sound Vision 32 years ago. Somebody sent me a death threat, actually. Twice my office has been shot at with the bullets. I have gone through all of that for you and your children. And I'm looking forward to you coming forward and contributing. So these amazing teachers who are half of my age and could be my children as well, they can continue to take Sound Vision forward by helping tomorrow's Muslims today to help children become better Muslim, stay better Muslim, become better neighbors, stay better neighbors, and become an excellent citizen to liberate the world from fear, hate, and anger. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam, jazakumullah khairan, Imam Abdul Malik Mujahid. And of course, as he mentioned today, we did have a target. We are hoping, inshallah, by the end of this program, we can get closer to our target. So I'm going to ask again everyone to please utilize the different ways of donating. Giving.soundvision.com. You can donate right now using your credit card, using your bank account, PayPal, accounts at Soundvision, Quick Pay using Zelle, or just email us info@soundvision.com. Any other way you'd like to contribute, inshallah, feel free to message us. We will help facilitate it for you. This is important. It's imperative that we help support these programs because, unfortunately, without your support, we are at risk of losing some of these opportunities. So we need to, inshallah, strike now while the iron is hot, while we have the attention of so many children and families who are, having to refigure out how to educate their kids. Maybe some parents are not comfortable sending their kids to public school or regular school right now because of the coronavirus. So we are now utilizing that as an opportunity to better educate our children, give them the tools they need. And as Sheikh explained, we have people who have a background in entertainment, in education, and in helping to inspire people that have signed on to be instructors here with Sound Vision. And we, inshallah, want to ensure that we continue to attract people of that caliber so we can provide the best possible entertainment and education to your children. So please, inshallah, make a contribution, donate something today. Even if you make a pledge, even if you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to, inshallah, get my family, I'm going to go around to the different neighbors, I'm going to collect some from here, some from there. Whatever you have to do, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge by your intentions. If this was your goal, if this was your desire, that you wanted to help, then put that first foot forward and make a change, make a contribution to helping support this wonderful Sound Vision initiative. And we cannot do it without the help of people like you. And of course, I want to thank all the people who worked behind the scenes today, including our technical team, including all those people who spoke today in this webinar. And I want to thank all of those viewers who've been tuned in for the last 2 hours while we went through this amazing ride and journey. And we found out more about these programs. We were educated, we were inspired, we were entertained. And now, inshallah, we want to turn some of that work into action. So please, before you leave, or even after this program finishes, feel free to donate using one of the different methods I mentioned earlier. Tell your friends and family to do the same. And I pray, inshallah, we will see you all very soon, either in our live classes or in upcoming programs as well. And make sure you also tune in live to the Muslim Network TV, where we broadcast daily programs of all types of nature. I actually host a show called Art to Heart, which features different artists, different nasheed artists. Ilyas is one of the artists that I feature quite frequently. And you can find a full list of our programming on the website, muslimnetwork.tv. I am Brother Bona Muhammad, signing off for today's program. Thank you again for tuning in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replace any wealth you have spent today for His sake with much, much more, inshallah. And we hope again to see you all soon. Barakallahu feekum wa jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa